Alaska, the last frontier. Its stunning beauty, remoteness, and its hunting and fishing opportunities are unparalleled. With our gear packed, we load up the car and take a 4-hour drive to the Salt Lake City airport. We manage to get our ridiculously large gear load checked and begin our flight to Fairbanks. Once we arrive in Fairbanks and our bags thankfully arrive, we stay the night in an Airbnb, get our rental van, and head to town.
Just got to Fairbanks, right?
Okay.
Got in late last night. And we're running around trying getting our stuff so we can hit the field.
Yeah.
We got to make it all the way over to Toke tonight.
Yeah.
Here we are at Fish and Game. So we got to pick up our licenses and our locking tabs for the Caribou.
Yeah.
And then we're going to run and get some food.
Of course.
And we got some fuel and all that. So once we get all that, we can get out of here.
Yeah, once Sportsman's got everything, we got to go there. And then at some point, if we get there in time, we'll have to check in, weigh in, and everything as well. Then we'll probably, once again, do some sort of pack doubles.
We began our 3.5-hour trek to Toke with some Alaskan roadwork as entertainment. When we arrived in Toke, we went to the 40-mile air office and checked in. We are at our cabin, which is 50 square feet, so we are majority forced to pack in our vans because honestly it's a little bit stressful, but we got here, found out we're flying out tomorrow. And have to be packed and weighing in at 8:30 a.m. We only have 50 pounds that we're allowed to take. We're scheduled for 6 days. Apparently hunting's been good, so pretty excited about that. We awoke the next day for weigh-in right before our flights.
Look at that, 50 pounds.
Wow.
Good.
The feeling of getting in a bush plane can be nerve-wracking. However, once you're in the air, the stress becomes non-existent. In fact, it feels a bit freeing. Your first landing can be a bit scary, though. Arriving at camp, we were greeted with some caribou, the sign of a good hunt ahead. It only hits you how remote you are once you begin to set up camp. Being 100 miles from any sort of civilization feels quite surreal. Excited for our first day of hunting, we got some well-needed sleep.
Looking at some bulls. Just got out of bed. It's first morning.
It is day 2. I have a bull that I want to go after, and I think the game plan is to walk straight at it through this brush as straight as we can, because in 2021 that's what I did. I put like 800 yards on one, just walking straight at it. So we're gonna walk up there and see if we can get close. There's a nice one, nice palmations, be better than my one in 2021, and that's about all I can ask for. So I think we're gonna do the slow roll. 1, 2, 3. There's a bunch of cows kind of scattered around, and the bull I want is up on this ridge, but they're kind of dead asleep, not moving at all. So we're gonna try and make it to this crest and try and get at least close to that ridge, and then kind of analyze from there instead of walking straight at them.
Disappointed, we tried to make it up to the ridge so that we could try and get a shot. Little did we know that that was in our best interest, as shortly after, a grizzly bear chased some cows right where we were standing.
I've had quite a few opportunities to kill caribou, but a giant grizzly bear just chased a bunch right in front of us, like maybe 50 yards from us. So kind of sketched out to shoot one right now, if I'm being honest. It was it's first grizzly bear, and I feel like he was being pretty aggressive, so I don't want to take the shot and have to be on defense the whole time.
We decided to regroup with Joel and Kevin to give ourselves some bear protection. The bulls, somewhat unfazed, moved back to their original spot. Having a bigger group now, I was now more confident to take a shot at a caribou.
Oh, there he is.
Shake it so bad, dude.
Punching my tag day one, it was an interesting feeling, as my hunt was over so quickly.
Such a cool animal.
As an elk hunter my whole life, tagging out day one is a rarity.
Yeah, Steve's brother.
Yeah. And there was a whole herd of bulls down on that slope. We could just see the tops in the tall brush. And then they started coming around, and next thing we knew, there was just an absolute slug of animals. I don't know how many, but at least 15, maybe 20, all bulls. And but the brush is so high that I had to wait till plus they were all balled up. I just couldn't shoot. And finally, I got to a point where he was clear of other animals, and top half of his body was clear, and so I snuck it in a little high right above the brush line, and he just dropped like a rock. So I think I must have spined him, but it worked great. Exactly where I was aiming. It's really where I was aiming. Maybe an inch higher than I was shooting. Maybe it's higher than I was shooting. I should say that I wasn't going for the spine, but it's within it's like 3 inches higher than I was hoping for.
As cliche as it is to say, finding and shooting an animal is only half the battle. After processing our animals, we had a brutal pack out through the brush.
That terrain and that brush just sucked. Not much good to say about it.
Good? Done? All I gotta do is fish now. Don't even have to help anybody. So.
Fucker. You're helping somebody.
No, it feels good. It was really cool. Put the stock on them, for most of the day. Got them down. Saw a grizzly bear. It was cool. Painful too.
I'm gonna light a fire in the twilight and dry a little bit of gear. Hope the clouds lift a little bit. I kind of want to hunt over in there, or at least go up there and poke around,
Well, they gave the cameraman a gun here, so it's my turn to go get a caribou.
And a tag.
And a tag. I did get a tag, indeed. Yeah, it's day 2 here, and we just spotted a ton of caribou up in this little basin up in here. That looks like we might have a little bit easier walking to get over to them. They've kind of just all had the same path right across here, so we're gonna go try to intercept them and get after it. So
The caribou Ryan were after were in an entirely different basin. We hoped the brush wouldn't be as thick, yet we were proven entirely wrong. Knowing the wind was directly at the caribou, Ryan decided we had to move quick. With an aggressive stalk, we got within 300 yards of his bull. It's almost as fun to see your friend get a nice animal. You just simply can't beat the joy of it.
300. I got him in the neck. Did you? But, whew.
After punching his tag, we got to work as we had limited daylight to work with.
Well, we're on top of this mountain here. Got the caribou broke down, and about to try to make it back to camp before it gets dark here, which shouldn't be an issue because we do have 4 hours. We might have only had one chance to beat them to this little ridge here, and we did. So stoked. Now comes the fun part.
As this was Ryan and I's second pack out in less than 24 hours, our bodies were quite tired.
Fuck me.
Opinions?
This is the mile from hell. That's what we call the mile.
How do you feel?
Great, man. Just happy to be here. Camp is in sight.
Oh my god.
Probably been one of the worst I've had. Just because all the freaking brush. Not to mention we just packed out 100 pounds like not even 24 hours ago.
Miserable.
Oh. Well, we're back at camp here. Ready for food, sleep. But 3/4 of the way done, we just gotta get Kevin one. Feels good. Feels good. Well, it's the end of day 3 here. We're all finished up with, got all the caribou cooled down, ate dinner, and now we're just shutting her down, taking all the stuff to the bear fence, and gonna go to sleep and hopefully get some rest for Kevin to get a bull tomorrow.
Got up, we were going to do our take our time on the morning routine, but we saw a pretty nice group of bulls up on the ridge, so everything is getting expedited as far as the morning routine, and we're going to try to run on up the hill and bust through the brush and get on them or get on the next group that's around. I got a lot of help, you know.
Not only that, like there's no pressure on you, right? I mean, everybody's just here to help you, and nobody else is trying to get their bull or is trying to help you out.
Like I would have gladly taken one from your group, you know, but that would have just been too many caribou down.
Well, there was that other bull in there that I was
yeah.
tempted by. Yeah.
Yeah, there was one or two others that I was like, heard Owen shoot and get one. I was like, yeah, we're gonna have 2 caribou up here.
Yeah, that's too much.
That's 3 in one spot. It's getting a little heavy.
I think we should get up that mountain before those guys move.
We took off on a similar route that Ryan and I took the day before. However, the caribou we were looking at were about 500 feet high. At the top of the ridge, we were greeted with another basin with an incredibly stunning view. Kevin got his eyes on his dream caribou, and we began the stalk in what almost felt tactical. Getting low and stopping as the caribou could see us, and moving when they would drop below the ridge.
That was an experience. Oh man, came up here stalking for the big group hanging out on the hill. Got distracted by a sexy couple for a bit. Ended up back on the big group, and this guy, he was starting to tip coming over the hill.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit. Oh, and he's a double.
Oh, he's big.
Dude, you killed a monster.
That's a tank.
Killed a monster.
With the help of 4 people, we made quick work of Kevin's caribou. This was the easiest pack out yet, even though it was the furthest from camp.
Got him.
Proper little beheading. Not much head left. Ptarmigan and caribou tenderloin were more than welcome after our last few days of dehydrated meats. Incredible.
Bloody anyway.
Absolutely incredible. The next day was a bit of a layover. We had the rest of our meat as well as our antlers taken out of the field. We woke up at midnight to a ton of rain. All I could think while sitting inside of my tent was that we were going to have to stay here another day. Fortunately, the weather cleared in the morning and we got to packing up camp.
So this is Rochambeau for the last person to stay here until the last plane, because there's only 3 planes here. All right, ready?
Right.
Rochambeau. Rochambeau.
Ah, boom! I'm last.
For a person who gets a little anxious being in the woods for long periods of time, I was sad to be heading back to civilization. The sight of Tok was welcome, yet it felt eerie to be back on the road system. Landing in Tok only meant we had more work to do. We had to get back to Fairbanks, drop off our meat at the processor, drop off our antlers, return our satellite phone, along with countless other small chores.
You gotta figure out how to get all your stuff back. Got a cooler full of our prime cuts here and all the baggage, so hope and pray that this stuff gets home and then we'll be good to go.
Once we boarded our plane back to Salt Lake, all I had were great memories to look back on. Alaska is one of those places for me that just provides a type 2 fun. However, looking back at the hunt, it was pretty awesome. We killed 4 great caribou, spent some amazing time with friends, and now all I have is memories that'll last a lifetime. All I can say is, Alaska, I thank you for your beauty and your remoteness, and I hope to see you again soon.